Seeing Chen Luzhou's subtle and well-crafted moves, it wasn't until the proposal that Suzy finally realized he had been quietly planning everything for a long time. The first clue was on Suzy's birthday. Chen Luzhou gave her a small keychain and repeatedly reminded her to take good care of it. Though she didn't understand the hidden meaning, Suzy carried it with her everywhere. It wasn't until the proposal that she was stunned to see Chen Luzhou cut open the little bear and take out the ring hidden inside. So it turned out he had already intended to marry her since her birthday. The second clue was when Suzy wanted to stay overnight at a hotel and hinted for Chen Luzhou to stay with her. He knew perfectly well that if she had to choose between a sleeping bag and having him as her boyfriend, she'd definitely choose the sleeping bag. She was just trying to give herself an excuse, a reason to let him stay, to take one more step in their relationship. But later, she grew afraid that Chen Luzhou was only attracted to her appearance, especially since she hadn't given him any official title yet. So she got angry and left. Still, Chen Luzhou knew how to comfort himself. All it took was one message from Suzy, saying she had finally given him a title, and he was happy to come back immediately. That image of him rushing in with a belt in hand really made people wonder, had he just scored a win and was now playing innocent? The third clue was when Suzy wanted to kiss him for the first time and Chen Luzhou suddenly dodged it, leaving her disappointed. The next day, he invited her to his home. In truth, he already knew what Suzy would do if she came over, but he still pretended to be clueless and eagerly invited her, full of anticipation. When he later recounted the story to her, Suzy realized that day had all been part of his plan. That innocent look on his face back then looking back now was nothing short of a sly old fox's charm. The fourth clue was his line, "If you really want to play, then go ahead and play." It was a heartfelt statement, not because he couldn't play along, but because he couldn't bear to. Now that he could finally be honest with Suzy, she understood the true meaning behind those words. The fifth clue was when they broke up before he went abroad. Suzy thought he wouldn't look back, but Chen Luzhou secretly snapped a photo of her silhouette as she walked away. Back then, if she had just said something to make him stay, maybe he would have found the courage to remain. But instead, she calmly said goodbye without a trace of reluctance. Chen Luzhou, already someone who lacked a sense of security, started to think maybe he really didn't matter that much to her. So when he was overseas and heard Suzy say she missed him, and especially after a sudden explosion, he gained a kind of courage he had never known before. He had to come back. Even if his adoptive father cut off all support, he still had to return to Suzy because he truly couldn't stand the thought of her being with someone else. Even though he told Yu Yangqi to take good care of her, and even said it was fine if they dated, as long as she wasn't bullied. When he heard she was getting close to another man, the pain in his heart was like a blade twisting deep. He completely lost his composure. And in that very moment, Chen Luzhou finally realized he truly couldn't live without Suzy.